Variables and expressions. Today we're going to actually look at algebraic expressions. So to get started, a variable is a letter or symbol that represents an unknown amount that can vary, and that's where the word variable comes from. It has the word vary in it, and vary just means to change. So when you're doing algebraic expressions, you're going to see some variables, which we'll be using letters. You're going to see numbers just like in regular expressions, and our four operations, which are addition, subtraction, multiplication, 5 plus a number. This would be my word phrase. We are going to practice turning this word phrase into an algebraic expression. Remember back on our notes, algebra just deals with unknowns. What do you know? You know the number 5. You also know what plus represents. Which operation is that? It's addition. And then a number. Do we know the number? No, so we're going to make it a letter because it's our unknown. 5 plus a number. We don't know what that number is, but we're going to be learning how to use these to solve for unknowns. So it's as simple as that, just writing an expression today. So we're going to look at some more examples of some expressions. Now, for the operation of addition, some things you might see in the word phrases. You might see a number plus 4. And just to remind you, this could be any number, okay? So a number plus 4, so this would be probably your key part, a number plus. That lets you know you're doing addition. Anytime you see a number added to, and I'm just put another number, but this is your key phrase, a number added to. These numbers could be any numbers, okay? But for the sake of it, these are your key phrases. A number plus or a number added to will always tell you to do addition. For subtraction, the operation of subtraction, some key word phrases could be a number minus. Could be anything. Let's say 7. A number minus 7. So there's your key. A number minus. And then this, like I said, could be anything. Or you might see a number less. And we can make this number any number. A number less 8. This is your key phrase. A number less means subtraction. And that is just the number I decided to use. For multiplication, a key word phrase you might see is 3 times a number. So here's your key phrase. And this number right here, of course, is just a number I decided to use. So the things that I've underlined would be your algebra part. They would be your unknowns. We don't know 3 times what number. We just know 3 times a number. And then for division, a key word phrase would be a number divided by. We'll use 7. Now let me show you what it would look like when I actually write the algebraic expression for these particular phrases I used with these numbers I just made up. A number plus 4, we don't know the number, so we'll put in, plus, we know 4. That's your algebraic expression. Another one, a number added to 4, we don't know the number, but we know it's added to 4, so it looks just like this one. Over here, a number minus 7, we don't know the number, but we know minus 7. And here, a number less 8, so there's the number less 8. Here we know for multiplication, there are 2 ways we can do multiplication. 3 times a number, or because the multiplication sign looks like the letter X and algebra is about using letters for unknown, a lot of times you'll see it like this. When they're side by side, it means multiplication. So 3n is the same thing as 3 times n. 3 times an unknown, 3 times an unknown. Number divided by 7 also can have 2 different ways. You can either have the number divided by 7, or you can put the number on top of a fraction bar and put the known underneath, and that means division, because a fraction is actually just a division. If you think about a pie, you have divided it into pieces, and that's how you get fractions. So fraction bars just represent division. Twice the number of people. Twice, which means 2. Number of people, we're going to use the letter P because we're talking about people here. We don't know how many people, so we're using the P. Twice the number of people, which operation will we use? Multiplication. So you can either have 2 times P, or you could have written 2P. That would have been the same thing because, like I told you, multiplication, you do the numbers side by side. Okay, let's try another one. $7 less than the current price. Okay, here we don't know the current price. but it is $7 less than the current price. So we start at the current price and we subtract $7, and that's how that one would work. Okay, here's another one. 8 more gumballs than Javier has. Okay, let's go through this one in a little more detail. We have more than. We know 8 gumballs, but we don't know what Javier has. So Javier's our unknown, so we're going to have to make him our variable. So he's going to be J. Be a little J or a big J, doesn't really matter, just so you get the idea. 8 more than, so we would do 8 plus Javier, or you could have flipped it to Javier plus 8. It doesn't matter. Either way, it's going to be the same outcome.